Hi everyone! We're starting out a little differently this month with some prep. This month's theme is Mimosa, but I didn't really want to drink alcohol while filming this, so I'll eat fruits instead. If you don't know what a mimosa is, it's a half champagne, half orange juice drink usually consumed at brunch with pancakes or bacon or egg benedicts. Are you hungry yet? So traditional mimosas are made with orange juice, but you can use other fruit juice to make a mimosa, and some restaurants may have things like a flight of mimosa on their brunch menu, which are just smaller glasses of mimosas with different flavors. On my cover page, I have a champagne glass and a tall glass bottle, two things that usually hold mimosas, and a bunch of fruits. If you're not at a legal drinking age yet and haven't tried this drink, you may not be interested in the theme, but this can definitely be adapted as a fruits or a fruit juice theme with a bougie glass choice. For May, I'll be using bubble letters throughout my pages, and I'm using the Procreate pen with the streamline setting at 80% to draw everything. With the fruits, I went semi-cartoonish or realistic, not sure, but in terms of just drawing, I would say the shapes are pretty simple. I added more details when adding color for sure. The fruits I'll have is orange, of course, strawberry, blackberry, raspberry, kiwi, and grapefruit. Yeah, so with the orange, I added white streaks to show like the pulps of the oranges and gave it more definition. I'm using a lot of colors for this month. Originally, it was mostly warm tones like orange and pink, so I added kiwis so that the green will tone down the page and give the eyes a break. When I'm adding highlights, I'm using the color white and varies the opacity. Like for this strawberry, you could see I went with the solid color, then I turned down the opacity since I didn't want the shine to be that prominent. Oh, that's another thing. When you're adding something new onto your drawing, definitely use a different layer, and when you're satisfied, you can always merge the layers together. This is supposed to be grapefruit, but I think I went with the ombre because I was thinking of blood oranges, which sometimes they're not completely red. Hey, I love how it turned out, so it's a secret between us that it's, supposed to be a grapefruit, but it turned out as blood oranges. Anyways, the glasses will be filled with orange and grapefruit juice mixed with champagne. Or no champagne, up to you. You can skip the bubbles in that case. I thought having the ombre would make it more interesting as it's the cover page. Also, the paintbrush I'm using is the brush pen in the calligraphy section with streamline setting of 84%, and the smudge tool is the soft brush in the airbrushing section. I added the bubbles, a gray overlay, and the highlight. The glasses is topped off with an orange wedge. Some color and ombre effect in the tall glass bottle. I like using the smudge tool to get the effect because I can control how much of each color is there still and how much blending I want. Then I filled in the card in front with a light gray color. The calligraphy here was almost good, except I had to also get it for Instagram, hence why you see the phone. And I totally didn't realize this until I watched it back and was like, but it's fine. Go check my Instagram for a more unobstructed view. Good plug there. I forgot to add details to the glass bottle, so I did the same thing that I did with the champagne glasses, like the bubbles and highlights. Lastly, I added highlights to the May lettering and a background to bring everything together. Then I headed to GoodNotes to put it in the cover page and a page in the book. For this month, I needed a simpler layout for the calendar, so I chose the grid layout with one line of header for each row. Each box is 5 boxes in width and 6 boxes in height. I made a mistake there, but quickly fixed it. I took a screenshot of the GoodNotes page and popped it over to Procreate for some drawings. I did a cursive bubble letter for the title, which is something different. And these are like flights of mimosas that I mentioned. I added colors and some detail to the title, then went back to color in the glasses with various colors. Before coloring in, I forgot that I didn't draw out the inner area for the liquid, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm using a pretty small size pen. Using the same brush pen here that I used to color in all of my drawings throughout this video, then I added bubbles and highlights. So, I was wondering, have you guys tried mimosas? It's a pretty big thing where I am, but you know, it might not be where you are. But if you have, like, do you like them? Or if you haven't, what type of fruit juice do you like? Because it's essentially half of the drink. I personally love pineapple juice or lemon soda, but that's not really juice. Could debate. But yeah, comment down below. I'd love to know. Anyways, I went with a wooden tray and it turned out super cute. The first layer is just uniform, but the second layer is a darker brown and more of a streak-like stroke to make it look more like wood. I used a darker brown to highlight the area to make it look sunken because it needs to hold the glasses. Then added highlights to May. We're just gonna keep coming back to edit this. I'm using the same fruits I drew from the cover, so just copied those over and deleted the areas that are going to be covered by the table. You can do it in GoodNotes too with the freehand crop option, but that might not be as accurate. I copied everything over from Procreate and positioned them, and I'm coloring in the headers with different colors from the theme. It was a pain because I didn't plan it well, but if you want to do this, I would recommend duplicating the page before coloring in the headers, and then delete everything but the headers that you colored, and copy the full page that you duplicated back on top of these headers so that it looks like these colors were just color dropped in instead of you manually coloring in, because that's not an option in GoodNotes. I hope that made sense. But what I ran into was that for some reason what I colored in didn't match up with the table that I copied to somewhere else, so definitely plan and make several copies of this page. After things are all good, I wrote in the dates and the days on top. My mood tracker is an assortment of glasses which isn't at all specific to mimosas. They can contain something like milk or coffee, I guess. I did different colors for each letter here and looks so fun. I'm just drawing out the glasses, and for some I added fruits at the top to raise the page up. then I made sure there were a glass for each day and positioned them in GoodNotes. For the mood, I did a mini color scale bar for the colors I'll be using, and my moods are yas, feeling bubbly, half champagne, half juice for a neutral day, emotional wreck, and bottomless mimosa needed for a bad day. What would my mood page be without these little puns and sayings related to the theme? It's essentially a theme for my entire 2021 bullet journal at this point, and you guys could keep me accountable for that. And I also put glasses with different fullness as a cute detail to the scale. I'm so excited for the habit tracker. The colors turned out amazing, but here's the base layout. There are 6 habits, but the extra boxes on top will be frames for fruits, which we'll see in a bit. Originally, I wanted to do a brunch theme, and it was going to be a whole delicious looking food in a very Instagrammable spot and kind of that chill vibe, but that would be a huge theme. We're talking drawing food and a whole scenery, so I wanted to save that for when I have more experience drawing on the iPad. Basically, I'm procrastinating and going with something much simpler for now. I also feel like I'm diverging from the original goal of wanting the spreads to be easy to follow and recreate, and I'm pulling myself back with this theme. Oh, and I added a watermelon piece because I needed something that'll go with what I'm about to do. Since last page's title was colorful, I chose to do just 2 colors for this one. And here it is. It's like an explosion. Reminds me a little of Skittles, which I'd eat Skittles any day. Love them. So not sure if it's like totally original, but I always focus on the functionality of the page, so I wanted something that I can look at and feel good. For this, I used the 6 colors and basically like organizing them from dark to light. I also tried using the Gaussian blur feature, but went back to using the smudge tool since I have more control over how much the color blends and where. Then we needed a background for the picture boxes. I realized it looked weird, so I semi-erased the back part of the champagne glass rim here so it makes more sense visually. I'm filling in the background of these boxes before putting the fruits in, but I just ended up duplicating the already filled in boxes since that was easier. I wanted the box lines to be on top of the edge of the rectangles that I drew in Procreate. I was all over the place for this page, so the order of this page is just all over the place in this video. I copied everything over, then I realized I needed to color in the watermelon, which is what I'm doing here. And for that art piece, let's say, I also added the fruits drawing, which is why I wanted the watermelon in the first place. I also didn't like the way the lines in the boxes looked, so I blacked out the boxes that aren't days for the month so that I can fill in the habit. We have the same habits for this month, but I did see a post from the Bullet Journal Instagram of someone's habit tracker that's more about who they wanted to become rather than tracking for the sole purpose of tracking, and thought it was interesting, so I might try something like that out next month. I probably say this in every video, but I need a notes page. It's not just for ideas, but for other life things I need to remember or plan, which is so important for this month. As something different again, I'm doing champagne glasses that are mid-sheer, like mid-clink. One of them is from the cover page, and the other one is pink and green. I guess kiwi and strawberry. The notes title is pretty simple to do, I think. They're more squared compared to the other page's title. Like the other pages were, I think, more rounded and bubbly. So I dropped in the green and the pink color into alternate letters. And then I drew 6 boxes for notes in different colors. They are 12 boxes in width and 21 boxes in height. And I erased some part of the lower left boxes since it overlaps with the glasses. For the first week, which I'm doing 5 days on this page because I wanted lots of space for the weekend, I'm also doing different fruits for each week. So this first week is oranges because it's the classic fruit for mimosas. I won't be doing the other weeks in this video, so stay tuned for the next one if you want to see how I use the other fruits. For the color of this, I did an ombre effect again, but not in a glass this time. Then I'm using the tall mimosa bottle I drew from the mood tracker page and coloring in with some orange mimosa. So for Saturday and Sunday, I did a schedule layout and a separate column for task list, which worked out because I didn't need lots of space for the weekdays. The oranges were also incorporated into the page like stickers. Since the fruits are so easy to incorporate into a page, I have to incorporate it into this page too. And those are all the pages. I hope that you enjoyed the theme and got inspired by some of the ideas in this video. Let me know which page is your favorite, and also if you even like mimosas or any feedback for me. I try to reply to every comment and would love to know. Please like, subscribe, and check out my Instagram for extra content. I've also started posting these pages for you to download, so check that out too. Alright, see ya!